guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Brie from With Love Brie, and today I have my 4th Memorydex card for Puchys Memy Mondays. Today I am hoping to do like a popcorn stand 3D Memorydex card. I've never made one of these. It's going to be like my first time doing one of these. But if you guys are interested in watching any other of the Memorydex card videos, I will have a playlist link down below. There will be 5 videos in August because there are 5 Mondays in August. We post every Monday at 6 PM PST, and it's only going to be in August, and all the Mondays in August there will be a video. I hope that makes sense. I will have all the info linked down below. I will also have all the creative ladies that are part of this hop linked down below, so that way you guys can check out their channels as well. Okay, so this die is from KS Craft on AliExpress. It's a popcorn, I think, like cart die. And this is really thick. It's about, let me measure it. Yeah, about almost 2 1/4 inches. So I definitely am going to be shrinking this down to size that I want. I did die cut everything because I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. But I die cut it out of 110-pound pink cardstock, and then I also die cut the top part out of 110-pound, which is like the little umbrella part. And the die is this one right here. I don't have a magnet for it yet, but that's how it looks. And I die cut the little wheels out of gold foiled paper, and those are going to go onto there like this. This is a little decorative element piece that comes with the die, and that's going to get put onto there like this. You guys can see that. And then these are for the umbrella and the cart, so those will be glued on a little bit later. The papers that I used to die cut this was the 6x6 Frank Garcia Just Like Magic collection. So you'll see in my last video I used this, and then I'm going to be using it again because again I have it, so why not use it? But it's such a cute collection, so I'm going to be using that. I also pulled out this die right here. This is a popcorn die. I did actually use the little popcorn part right here. I put it away, but I need to grab it because if I die cut it, I need more. It comes with a little label, a little Mickey Mouse head, and then the popcorn bucket. And it comes with a bunch of little popcorn pieces, which I've die cut here, and I'm going to be coloring with my distress oxides. But as you guys can see, I temporarily adhered them onto a piece of scrap paper, and this is where I die cut all the little popcorn pieces. And those are all from Ali as well. These are all older dies. I've been trying to just use what I have in my stash. But yeah, let me show you guys the popcorn pieces. So I did actually, these are 2 different dies I believe, but this one right here has the little popcorns, and what I did was I actually put them on a piece of washi tape, so that way when I die cut them they're all together, because when they come together they're actually all separated, and when you cut them apart they just end up being really small pieces, so I don't want to lose any. But anyway, okay, so here is the piece right here, and as you guys can see there's a window, and there's also this little piece right here that folds out to be kind of like a little table kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half because I don't want my Memorydex card to be 2 1/4 inches thick. So I am going to cut this in half. I haven't tried this out yet, so bear with me. I say this in every video. I just don't want you guys to lose your patience with me. And sorry if I'm really low in some of my videos. Sometimes I talk a lot to myself, and I don't cut that part out because I want you guys to watch the process. Most of the time you're not really missing out on anything, but I do apologize. I do turn on closed captions so that way y'all can turn that on, but I know that kind of makes you guys, or kind of leaves you guys having to read kind of like subtitles, and not everybody's into that. So I apologize. I'm going to try my best to, you know, speak louder even when I talk to myself, but it just kind of comes naturally, and that's what I do. So I really do apologize. but here we go. So I'm just trying to find how thick I really want this to be. I think I'm going to make it 1 1/8 because even that to me I feel like is a little bit too thick, but we'll see. So let's cut this. I need to change my blade. I keep forgetting to change it. Use this. I'm going to, this thing is kind of shedding, so. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Now this part right here has a window as well, and this is going to be the front of the cart. And for this I am going to be doing kind of like a shaker. I guess not really. It's going to be an acetate window. I have 2 pieces of acetate that I cut down to 2 by 2 1/8. I just measured the this part right here, the window, and I cut it down to that size. And what I'm going to do is these little popcorn pieces, I'm going to glue them onto the inside of the acetate. So I will show you guys what I mean by that. But I do want to color these a little bit. So I did pull some Distress Oxide inks out. And I have antique linen and scattered straw. Sorry, I thought I said that wrong. Yeah, so I'm going to be using Distress Oxides in antique linen and scattered straw just to give me the kind of that buttery cooked look. I'm hoping that this works, the combination. I started with the antique linen and then I was like, you know what, let me just record myself kind of doing it to see if it works. So I kind of started the antique linen up here on the little popcorn pieces. So I'm going to try to do more on the larger pieces as well. So I'm just going to take this and kind of, I don't want it to be too heavy. So I'm just going over the tops of these. Nothing crazy. I am in no way a professional at this. But I do, like I said, want this to be colored. I don't want it to be too stark white. I should probably pull out my mat, but oh well. Okay, I think that should be fine. Like that. And then just some of the popcorn pieces, I'm just going to go over it like this. Just to give it a little bit of color. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with scattered straw just a little bit. To give it a little bit of that buttery look. So, oh yeah, this is very yellow, so I'm just going to be careful. I'm not going to really see the bottom much, but ooh, yeah, this is perfect for popcorn. These two right here, or these little ones. I just use a little bit of adhesive, like double-sided tape, and then I just kind of put it on my shirt to take off the tackiness. So there are the popcorn bits. So let me go ahead and do all this real quick. So I have 2 pieces of acetate, like I said. This first one is gonna just get glued on straight onto here, so I'm gonna glue that on now. And I'm going to use my Ultra Bond glue because I like how it works on acetate. So, and I'm actually gonna put it onto here. Oh, and my glue died a little bit because of the needle. I don't know where my needle went, so I'm just using kind of like a regular needle, and it like dyed it blue a little bit. It has like a tint to it, but it's okay, it's not going to be seen, so it's all good. Not too worried about it. Okay, just gonna put this down. Okay, and then like usual, I usually like to just clip these a little bit just to keep them together, or I like to use a acrylic block. But I'm just going to use these clips on the sides. Got a little bit of glue on the other edge here. It's fine. Okay, so there are those. Just going to close this up. Alright, next I'm going to take my other piece of acetate because this is going to get glued on behind here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue on my popcorn pieces. So I kind of want to make it look like the popcorn is trapped behind the window. Does that make sense? So that's why I am going to glue these onto there. So I'm just going to peel these off. And I'm going to make it look like there's some popcorn peeking out, or like that's made. So I'm going to bring these lower. Something like that. As y'all can tell, it looks like there's popcorn up in there. Okay, that's cute. So glad this is working out. I'm honestly, sometimes there are times where I'm like, I don't need this dye, but then I grab it because I'm like, you know what, you never know. And these are one of those moments. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my Ultra Bond glue, and I'm just going to use some tweezers. And this is going to go behind all of the layers. Cool. And then I am going to put foam on this one because I kind of want it to look dimensional. So I'm going to put foam on here. Just going to remove these. And grab some foam tape. I'm just going to use some scrapbook.com foam. This is the 1/4 inch slip fit. It's a little bit thick. I'm just going to cut it. Okay, and then I'm not going to put any kind of like shaker bits in here because I just don't think it really needs it right now. Okay, I'll save this because I can use that for something else. Alright, so the popcorn I was going to have glued on to kind of like little parts here. I think I'm only going to do a couple of them. And then the other ones I'm just going to let them be a little loose inside of the thing, kind of like shaker little pieces. So I guess we are doing a shaker today. Just going to scatter them around. Lap in. Okay, so here is the acetate piece. As you guys can see, the popcorn is there. Sorry if you hear Clea drinking her yogurt. She is slurping that thing empty. So, does that not look cute? So, that's how the popcorn looks, and then I'm gonna go ahead. Clea. Okay, sorry, that was funny. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and throw these little pieces of popcorn onto this piece here. I'm just going to bring this closer to me. I'm going to glue this down. Okay. So now I'm just going to push this down. And there it is. I was not trying to die cut a bunch of little popcorn pieces, so that's why, but it's a little staticky, but it's all good. It looks like popcorn. Yes, it turned out so cute. I was gonna make like little paper balls and make them into like popcorn and do it that way, but I think this way is so much cuter. So glad that that's looking pretty good. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue on this front part right here, which comes with the little cart. It's kind of like a little decorative element. Oops. Just throw that on there. Oops. Actually, let me put the wheels on. Do I want these popped up? Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop these up. all I need is just one little piece of foam, so I'm just going to use what I cut over here and just do little squares. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue. Did I not turn this on? Of course I didn't. I swear I turned it on. Anyway, I guess we'll just put it on without it. Alright, so now that's all glued on there. Let me grab my, glue this up a little bit. It's getting a little messy out here. That was my little trash, but it's gone now. Okay, so there we go. Alright, now I'm going to work on the actual cart part. So this one right here is the one I want to use. Let me cap or put my little needle back in here. So let me fold all these down because I might have to make some hinges to glue this to a Memorydex card. But this, let's see if I'm doing this correctly. Alright, and then this is going to get folded. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Oh, this. So it becomes like a little fold out piece, like where it can hold something. And then this is going to glue like that. So I'm going to glue on this layering piece first. And it's just going to go on here. Add some glue. This down. Okay, so now that's done. Okay, I think it's going to work. So I'm going to glue this down. These both need some acetate as well, so I will be gluing some acetate as well onto there. I think I'll do that now though, so that way I don't have a hard time. So I did pull aside some extra like pieces of acetate, and I'm just going to cut this. Well, I guess I could glue it. I'm just going to glue it to the sides here. I'm not too concerned about it looking straight on the inside. I'm just going to cut this off. Alright, so now I'm going to glue this down, and this glue doesn't take too long to dry, so I'm just going to glue it down and hold it. Then I'm going to do the same to this side and just glue some acetate to the inside. Where'd my bone go? Oh, it's right here. Hello. Alright, so now I'm just going to hold these ones down. I'm going to cut this as well. Cool. So now there's acetate on all the pieces. So this is going to get on here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to make some hinges for this side right here. I'm thinking maybe I could possibly somehow use this here. Yeah, I might use this. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna do. It might work. Okay, so I'm gonna glue, let me cut this down. So I'm just gonna cut this where a mess. Okay, where this little like line right here, I don't know if you can see it, it's not focusing. Okay, come on. Okay, so where this is right here, there's one right here too. I'm gonna cut that off. So I'm I'm just going to use my trimmer, which probably might not be smart because of the state of the blade, but I'm going to try. Okay, I think I did fine. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to just create a hinge for all around this piece right here, because I shortened it since I had to cut it in half. So I'm just going to fold these. Let's see if it'll work. It's already folded. Ooh, yeah, you guys, it's definitely gonna work. You're gonna see the hinge on the acetate, but it's fine. You can do all this and cut off like where it's not going to be seen if you'd like. So if you just line this up like this and then kind of cut here. Let me see, probably do it. So like this, and cut this one right here. Cut this one in here. This. So that way this part right here you won't be able to see the hinge, so I'm just cutting a little rectangle out of this piece. Now of course you can do this however you feel comfortable. I'm doing it the lazy way so that I don't have to make hinges, but whatever works for you if you guys have this die. And I know there's an SVG file too. I saw it because I was looking one up and then I remembered I had the die, so. Oh yeah, this one just needs to be cut lower. Oh, that one flew. Okay, so now when I glue this onto here, oops, sorry y'all. So when I glue this on right here, you guys can see it's not going to be seen right here where the window is because I cut out that rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm going to start off with the side piece. Okay. And I'm going to line up the top. I want to make sure it's going to close, or I mean fold up, so same thing. Just going to use my sewing little clips to hold that down while I glue the other parts. Perfect. So now that's all glued on there, it's going to be easier to glue onto a Memorydex space. So now it has two sides that have the hinges that you can glue onto the cart. So you can die cut a second one of these and make just a bottom piece, if you know what I mean, like a little Memorydex part, and put it here, and then make this the whole Memorydex card. But I kind of want to glue it onto a base because I kind of want to decorate it, so that's why I didn't do that. But you can definitely do it. So let me go ahead and glue this down onto here now. Okay, so this bottom part I have to put foam because I have that window piece, so I'm going to put some foam right here, and then that's going to get glued. This is going to get glued here. Alright, so let me do this. Okay, so I'm just making sure you're not going to see this through the acetate. I'm just going to glue this bottom part down. I'm just going to put some hot glue. Alright, and then I'm just going to glue to this side. So cute, you guys. I really wanted to make a popcorn cart because Kalia, first thing we do when we get to Disneyland is buy popcorn, because that is her favorite thing to do there, is get the popcorn. So right once we walk in, we go to the stand, we get popcorn, and then we start looking for rides. And I just felt like I needed to do this because even when we eat popcorn at home, we have to use the Disneyland bucket, so that way, you know, she gets that vibe of being at Disneyland. So I'm so happy that this is turning out how I wanted it to. Look at it. Yes, cute. And then this is the side right here, and then again there's that, oh, there's the acetate. And then as you guys can tell, the hinge part, because I cut out that rectangle, you can't see it on here. There is this little like gap between the two, but that's fine. It's glued on there pretty well, so it's clean, so you could do that. All right, now this is the little umbrella part. I'm gonna make the umbrella, but I think I'm only gonna need like half of these, if that makes sense, because I cut it. So I am going to fold everything. I cut out the whole umbrella part because I didn't know exactly what I was going to need. So I'm just going to fold all these. And before I glue anything, I just want to see what I'm going to need. Okay. Yeah. So I just need to cut off some of this. Oh, I cut it apart. Duh. Hello. Okay. So I guess I'm just going to measure it like this. So I'm just going to put this on here. Up to this. I'm going to measure or use this on this side to cut off the other end. Well, will it match? That's the question. Okay. So this is gonna get glued on like this, and I think I just need 3. Oh, whoops! I cut the wrong one. All right. So this. If you haven't seen my other videos, I apologize that my videos are long. I always have long videos, but these are going to be a little bit longer because I don't ever know what I'm doing. So, alright. I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. There's like little hinges here to create the little triangular shape that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. And I should have actually glued down the little layering pieces on here, but it's okay. We'll just do it afterward. Or actually, it's not too late. Alright, so let me go ahead. I have 3 little triangle pieces. These do come in with the die. And I'm just going to layer these on, and I'll just cut off what I don't need. And I use the paper that has the princesses on them. And I felt like the 6x6 paper was perfect because it's a smaller scale. Let's see. Even if I want that. And you could do, you know, sewing and whatnot on these as well. And now I'm just going to cut these off because these are just like little excess pieces. Sorry, it's not there. I think I want to stitch a little bit. Let me see before I glue it down. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit of stitching. So I'm going to go ahead and take this to my machine. And I'm just going to stitch on to the triangle parts right here just to give it a little bit more texture and dimension. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and do some stitching, and we'll go ahead and continue putting this together. Alright y'all, so a lot of stitching. I wasn't going to do the pink parts, but I decided to do it. And of course, like, as I was debating, I was like, you know what, you don't need to do it. And then once I started doing it, I ran out of bobbin thread. And so I had a bunch of holes everywhere, but you know, you just follow through with it when you do fill the bobbin. So I went ahead and I stitched all the little triangle pieces So that way they weren't, you know, plain or anything. They had some kind of texture going on, and it had some color other than the pink. So lots and lots of feathering of the thread to cut off, but it looks cute, so I'm not too mad about it. I had a little bit of a malfunction with my sewing machine because I threaded my bobbin wrong. It's been a while since I had to replace it, so I had to go over it, the same hole probably like 4 times. Everything up here I'm just going to trim off. I did double stitch everything, so, or back stitch, sorry. So I'm just going to cut all this off. Alright, that is good enough for me. That's not coming off. Okay. So I'll throw all this out. And yeah, so there's the inside. Not the cleanest stitch, but it'll do. And there is the other part. Didn't mean to flick y'all off, but there it is. So cute. Alright. So now, gotta put this on top. So I'm gonna make the little umbrella part for the top part. But I did want to fill in this inside to give it a little bit more oomph, and so I'm going to fill it up with some of this Aurora film cushion material. But I did pick that up from Daiso, and I'm not going to fill it just yet until I can adhere this onto a backing, like a Memorydex base. So we have to create a Memorydex base. Like I said, this is going to be a long video. All my videos are. I will have, like I said, all the other liddies that are playing, I will have their YouTube channels linked down below so you guys can see theirs. Mine are just longer because I do process videos, and I apologize for that, you guys. You guys probably come to my channel after seeing all theirs, and you guys are like, what the heck? The video was long AF. Alright, so I need to make some hinges. I probably should have made the hinge and then sewed it so that way it sticks onto there, but it's been that kind of video. So let me look for a piece of scrap paper, something that is somewhat similar to what I'm using. It's a little bit darker. Wow, clear. So this will work, and I'm just going to make a hinge for this right here. So I'm just going to measure it. It measures about 1 3/4, 1.5. So I'm going to cut 1.5 by 1 inch. So let's do the 1 inch part first. I'm just going to trim this off. This is a scrap piece, so that's why there's all this stuff on there. And let's see if I can get the 1.5. Perfect. So that's 3 inches. So I just need to cut this in half. Cool. And now I just need a score. Sometimes I try to work fast, but my fast is not like everyone else's, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm just going to score this in half. So, where's this half? I like thicker hinges. I might have to cut it down though, now that I think about it. It's okay, we'll do that after. Okay. And this is going to get glued onto here. So that way I can glue this onto the Memorydex card base. And this does have to be cut a little bit more, so I'm just going to cut it to about 1/4. Just eyeballing it. But you can use your paper trimmer. Alright. So now this should fit, and I'm going to angle these. And because this part right here is very narrow, I'm going to cut this one up really, like at a really sharp angle. Perfect. Okay, cool. So those are the hinges. Alright, what else do I gotta do? Oh, I gotta make the Memorydex card base. Alright, so let me glue these down so that way they stay down. I do have thread there, so I'm going to use a hot glue gun. I don't really use hot glue guns for this kind of stuff, but because of the thread, I am going to use it. I'm just going to be very fast. Okay, same with this one. Does anyone like to do Memorydex cards? The more that I do it, I could see why it could become addicting. Just gotta put this one a little too close to the bottom. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Alright, so now we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. And to make sure that this fits perfectly on here, I am going to shape it around the box. Okay, so I'm just going to place this on the box and kind of mold it onto here. I'm going to use my clip. Y'all, for anybody that lives in the area, OC, LA, did you guys see the Windsor Hills crash? I saw it like when it first happened. Not, I wasn't there, but you know, when it was started hitting the news and everything. My heart just like sank knowing that it was a pregnant woman with her fiance and their baby who wasn't even one yet. I cannot believe. I've been invested in that case because I could not. That car was going so fast. That does not help my anxiety when it comes to driving. That was crazy. 6 people were unfortunately affected very badly, and then there were others that were affected also, but unfortunately those 6. I know I have a lot of my friends here who are from the area, so y'all probably seen it. It was just so sad. Gotta hug our loved ones a little tighter. Sorry guys, I'm just making sure that this is gonna stick because it is gonna be on top. So I'm gonna let that hold there. And alright, I'm going to get rid of that. So I have this piece of purple cardstock. This is from Basil. It's called Heidi. And I was thinking, because this has purple and I've been working with pink bases, that I could use this as my base for this right here. So I do need to make a base, and then also I'm going to use my Heidi Swap punch because I want to make the little bottom part. So I think the Memorydex is measured at, one second, I'm just going to follow the measurements on this, 4 inches. So I think it's like 4 1/4 by 3 3/4 is what like a Memorydex is. So I need to cut this down. I'm gonna make this one, let's see, sorry y'all. So 3 inches by 4 inches. I'm gonna do a little bit more than 4, like 4 1/8 by 3. Oh wait, did I say 3? No, it's a 4. Okay, I'm going to cut it down a little bit. I thought about it because this roof needs to get glued onto here, so... Okay, I know what I'm going to do. So I have that, and then this is going to be the base. I'm going to make a bottom piece for the Memorydex part where I'm going to punch. And I think I'm going to do... So this one's 3/4. Let's do 3/4 also. I'm going to cut this one twice. So that way I have a little bit more, and then at least it'll be thicker. Okay. so let's try that out. You can hear Kalea. Alright, so here, this, and then this is going to be, even if this doesn't fit my Memorydex, my Rolodex, I have another Memorydex organizer. I guess I can make this shorter, right? Alright, let's see. So I'm going to just put this in my punch. I'm going to make sure that I line them up on the sides here, and I'm going to punch it out. I'm going to do it to both. Easy. So these are going to be the pieces right here. Debating if I want to just, yeah, I think I'm going to cut them a little bit. That. I'm going to take my corner chomper. I'm going to use the 1/4 inch. Oops. And then I did want to actually kind of shape this one a little bit on the side. But let me see. Okay, so I'm just gonna see if I want this to be shaped or what. I think I know what I'm gonna do. No, I'm gonna put just glue. I'm gonna apply it to the top here. So you guys can see it kind of looks like a house in the back with all the hinges. And that's what's gonna glue onto the Memorydex card base. So, alright. Cute, look at it. Yes. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. Debating if I want pattern paper. I think I do actually. So let me look through pattern paper. Let's see. Okay, I kind of want to use one of these like polka dotted pieces. Ooh, this one's cute. It has a little teacups. Let's see. Nope, we're going with this. I love this pink. Do blue. Yeah, I could do blue because the pink, I already have the cart being pink, so let's switch it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go with this and cut this down to border this. Oops. So 4 1/8 by 4. I'm gonna do 3 7/8 by 4. Perfect. Alright, so that's going to border onto there like that. I'm going to glue this on here to create the Memorydex part, and then I'm going to put this on so that way it covers up that piece. And you can cut another piece for the back as well. Probably will do that also. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to glue it down to where this part right here is just barely peeking out. So just gonna put some glue even on both sides, and I'm gonna put glue all over this one because it's gonna get glued onto the other one. Okay. And this is gonna get glued onto here. So I was gonna make like a different type of shaped like Memorydex card, but I'm trying to see. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna work on this, and then so you guys don't have to watch me stare at this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, you guys. So I did a lot of off-camera stuff. I feel bad whenever my videos are very long. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I know a lot of you guys don't mind it, but you know, not everybody is okay with it. So I went ahead, and what I did with this is I just kind of made my own little like I guess we could say kind of like a popcorn kind of texture on the outer edges. I kind of just made it look a little bit like somewhat popcorn, as you guys can see. And I just hand cut with my scissors. And then this, for the layering piece, I kind of tried to eyeball it. It's not perfect, but it'll do because most of it's going to be covered anyway, so yeah. So there's that. I did die cut 5 more of the little popcorn things, these right here. So I die cut 5 more of those. I inked them up with the distress oxides, and then I also did the popcorn bucket like I said I was going to do, and I did it out of one of these journaling cards from the 6x6 paper pad, and I got the Dumbo with the balloons, and then I added 2 little die cuts of the popcorn that I inked up. I did die cut the label and the little Mickey Mouse head as well, so I will be using those. I actually did die cut pretzels, so this is going to be more than just a popcorn cart. I was looking through the stickers from Frank Garcia's sticker sheet, and there's a sticker that says pretzels and popcorn. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to somehow include a pretzel, and luckily I have a pretzel Mickey Mouse die. So I did die cut that out of 2 of those out of some iridescent paper, and it looks like this. They turned out so cute. You guys can see it has that like iridescent, yeah, so it looks like that. Alright, and I die cut those. What else did I do? Oh, and then I have some little popcorn pieces stuck on here because I'm probably going to stick them on here randomly. I did make a little popcorn box. I just took a piece of scrap purple cardstock, and then what I did was I just used my score tool to score, I think it was half an inch, about half an inch, a little over. I think 7 or like 5/8 of an inch I scored. So every 5/8 I scored on here, and then I just scored an extra quarter, and then it was using a scrap, so I kind of went off of what I did, and then just did a 1/4 inch at the bottom. If you know how to make boxes, then that's basically what you're doing, and it's just gonna make a cute little popcorn box. So simple. I did that, and then I crinkled up some thick 110-pound white cardstock, and I inked it to make it kind of look like a ball of popcorn, because I'm going to stick that into the little popcorn box. So that's what I did off camera. I just wanted to catch y'all up with what I did. So let's go ahead and put this together now. So I'm going to glue this down onto here, and I'm just going to use some ATG, why not? Just make sure I got it bit all around the edges. Okay, and I'm gonna glue this down. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect because I just cut it out here. That'll do. Let me get my bone folder, wherever that is. Oh, there. Okay. So now that's lined up. This is going to get put in here, but before I do that, I'm going to put one of the pretzels inside, but I'm going to glue it to one of the hinges, so that way it's kind of just sticking back there. I don't want it floating around because it's going to end up getting lost. So I'm just going to put glue on one end and then glue it onto one of the hinges. Okay, so can you guys see it behind? And like I said, I just glued it to this hinge right here. Alright, so that's going to go there. And I'm going to have one of these little popcorn pieces, because like I said, I die cut them 5 times. I'm going to have one peeking right here, just to add a little bit of yellow in that corner. So So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, kind of peek it out here. And you know what? I kind of want to add a little bit of glitter to my popcorn because I just think that it'll look cute. So I am going to grab some. Okay, so here's my popcorn, or my, my glitter. And I'm just going to add some, oop, there goes my cap. Just going to add a little bit of glue here. Sprinkle some on. This is Tim Holtz rock candy. So it's just going to add a little bit. It's going to look a little weird because it's white right now, but once it dries, it'll be fine. It'll be clear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this with my shred. Just a little bit. Yeah, you could see it. It's just, it's like hidden in the back, but I'm going to have another pretzel on the outside, so I'm not too worried. So I'm just going to try to get all this inside. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is glue this. So I'm going to put some liquid glue. And I'm not going to put glue on the Mickey Mouse, the pretzel. Where's my... Why do I keep... Oh, keep losing this one folder. Great. I think I did it fast enough. Oh yeah, it's on there. Cool. And there's again the popcorn pieces. They're not really moving around, but you can see them. And there's the little Mickey Mouse pretzel in the back. Cute. Look at it. Yes. Alright, so there is that. So cute. And then this popcorn bucket, I was thinking of putting it in this corner. Like I said, it was going to get covered up anyway. So I'm going to have it go up here. But I did pull out this ephemera piece, or well, I guess this is a cut apart. It says all my favorite snacks, and it's a little poster from the collection. So I'm going to use that. And I think I'm going to place that right here to cover that up. So now, oops, I just put my bone folder right on top of it. Okay, so now these are all glittered up. And they have just a little bit of glitter on the tops of them. That's going to get added on here at the bottom, but anyway. So I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue. Oop, I think I might have put it too high. Okay, I'm going to pop up this sign. No, actually, never mind. It's just going to go on flat. Use some liquid glue. Okay, and then I could have totally stitched some of these pieces, but oh well. Alright, and then I am going to pop up the little popcorn pieces, so I'm just going to use some of this foam that I already have out. Put some hot glue. Alright, and then this I'm going to pop up, which is the little label piece. That right there. Alright, and then the little popcorn box right here, I'm going to put this together, so I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my little pokey tool to kind of flatten that out. Now this is going to get put onto the little shelf part that I showed you guys on the left hand side. And this little popcorn piece is going to go inside of there. It's going to make it look like it has some popcorn in there. So I'm just going to run some hot glue on the inside. Just all over. And then just put that there. Cute. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. And then trying to figure out which side looks best. I think this actually does. Looks cute. Yeah. Of course it's a side that has a little bit of hangover, but it's okay. And then this little Mickey Mouse head I'm going to pop up with a foam dot. That is going to go onto the popcorn bucket, so that way the popcorn bucket isn't too plain. Cute, look at how cute that is. A little popcorn bucket, or well, not bucket, I guess, like little container. So that is gonna go right onto this little stand right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put hot glue in there, and then place this on. So cute! Oh my gosh. Yes. Look at it. And it looks like there's popcorn. And then, you know, you can put whatever on there. And then this pretzel I was going to have on this corner right here. Just so that way there is a pretzel. I know that's kind of like random, but maybe I can have it here. I don't know. Well, I guess I can have it right here in the back. So let me put some glue. It's coming together. Apologize for the video, guys. It's taking forever. I need to finish. Okay. It's turning out pretty good. Okay, and then I do have these little pieces of popcorn that I want to kind of scatter around here. And then, like I said, you can have something on this as well. But I don't really have much to put on that part, so maybe I could figure out what to put on that later. Okay, let me do these little pieces of popcorn first. But basically, I'm just going to glue them on to these little clusters here, just to give them more dimension so that they don't look too flat. And I want to try to use all these little popcorn pieces because I'm probably not going to use them for anything else right now. I don't want to throw them away. Okay, and then I do want to add some little centers to the wheels, so I have some of my Buttons Galore and More items here. If you guys like adding bling to your projects, I do have a referral code. I can link it down below for you guys in case you guys want to buy any kind of rhinestones or sequins or anything like that. You could save 10 bucks with the referral link. Sorry, I think I said code, but I meant link. Okay. So that, and then just put some glue. Okay, and then I do want to add some, what is that? Diamond dots to some of these pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I think I'm going to do, I mean, I guess pink would be nice because it's pink up there, but maybe I could do a blue. Yeah, I think I'm going to do blue. This like periwinkle color, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to add some of this like periwinkle color to the little umbrella part of the popcorn cart. And then I should be done by then, so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so I added some sequins to the Memorydex because I felt like it needed some kind of dimension. I know I say that a lot, but because it's so flat here, it was bothering me. I'm not used to having so much flatness going on. So I did add some sequins. I just honestly did not want to look through my stash, so I just grabbed what I saw. And this was like a very old Easter Hobby Lobby sequins mix, and I just pulled from their like pink, purple, and white. So I added those in a cluster of 3 with 3 in a triangle pattern. And then I have these little heart rhinestones from Buttons Galore and More. And I'm thinking of just adding one of these to the, well, the little label for the popcorn. So at least there's something on there. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue. And as you guys can see on the top of here, I did add the, oh yeah, that's cute. I did add the diamond dots. And now all I need to do is put the sticker. So like I said, I wanted to use pretzels and popcorn. I think I'm gonna go for this one right here. I bought these both at different times and I noticed the colors were different. So I don't know, he doesn't have a choice to choose both. I think he just changed them. But I think, yeah, I'll just go with this one. Pretzels and popcorn. These ones are a little bit hard to get off, so pretzels and popcorn. I think I'll have it here, down here, and I'm gonna back this onto, let's just do this holographic paper. Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna trim this out. Okay, yeah, that's perfect because then it adds that that iridescent color to the bottom. So let me go ahead and pop this one up with a little bit of foam. Okay, and alright, and then I'm just gonna scatter again these little sequins. So I'm just gonna do a cluster of 3. Forgot how I had them, but it's okay. I'm just gonna glue them. Alright, cool. So there it is. Last thing, I know I just said that there it is, but I think this popcorn needs something, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of glitter to it. Or you know what? I'm gonna add some diamond dust, so that way it's a little bit more textured. So let me grab my bottle, or my little container. My room is so messy, I couldn't even find this big old bottle of, or container of diamond dust. Okay, so I am going to, I'm just going to sprinkle some on here. And I'm just going to dust it off. I should have put my little container underneath. It's all good. Okay, you guys, so there it is. My 4th Memorydex Disney, or my 4th Disney Memorydex card for Puchys Memy Mondays. I hope y'all enjoyed watching me put this together. I know it took forever, but I'm so glad it worked out. It's my first time playing with this popcorn box or container die, so it was really fun. It just sits in my room, you guys. I need to start using my stuff. And look at how cute this little popcorn box came out. I think it just went perfectly. And it also worked with that little Mickey Mouse head die also that came with it. I have the little popcorn at the bottom, my sign right here, some of the sequins, got the heart rhinestone, the pretzel. You guys can see the pretzel in the back right there. And then this is a shaker. It doesn't really shake, but it can if it wants to. So you got some popcorn bits just kind of floating around in there. And then the iridescent shred inside. You can kind of see the Mickey Mouse in the back shining a little bit. And then got the stitching on top. Diamond dots, sides, and little popcorn cloud on top. So there it is. A really dimensional Memorydex card. if you guys are interested in the other 3, so sorry guys, if you guys are interested in seeing the other 3 process videos that I have of my Memorydex cards, I will have it linked down below in a playlist. If you guys would like to see everyone else's videos, all their crafty channels will be linked down below as well. So here is my 4th one. My 3rd one is this book right here, using that same collection. I think this one turned out so cute. It has a little Mickey Mouse dangle right here, and it's a little dimensional. It's a book. So my camera wants to cooperate. There you go. So cute. Love this one. So if you guys want to see how I made this one, that will be linked down below. There's this one right here with my little wobble small world ride gatefold Memorydex. And the first one, which you saw earlier, I usually show these in the beginning, but I totally forgot, was my Pop-It one, which was a hit. This SVG was one that I created on my Silhouette Cameo, and I made a Memorydex card with it. This one is not as dimensional as this one right here, but these are all turning out so cute. I cannot wait to add these to my Heidi Swap Rolodex. But if you guys are interested in playing along, definitely tag us in it and tag me in it. I would love to see how your guys' Memorydex cards come out, especially if they're Disney. You guys know me, I'm a huge Disney fan. So that's how my Memorydex cards are turning out. I have one left. I'm so sad, but also have so many other things I have in mind. So make sure you keep an eye out for that last video. Again, if you guys have not seen any of these videos, I will have it linked down below for you guys with other links that I have talked about, like the Buttons Galore and More referral link, so you guys can save 10 bucks, and also all the other ladies that are playing along in this YouTube hop. So I hope you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that y'all are watching this, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.